Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 20th. We're just going to jump right in here, Leo, and we are going to see what is going on for you. Both of these cards want to come out, and they're both amazing, so we will definitely take both cards, but let's see what is going on for you. Look at this reading. That star, I don't know if you saw that at the beginning of the reading, but that star kept wanting to pop out while I was shuffling. So there you go. That's why I don't take pop outs, is because I think if a card is meant to come out, it's going to come out regardless. But let's see here. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Star and the Judgment card, Four of Wands. This is amazing reading for you here, Leo. And let's see. You start off with this exchange gifts card. So I do feel you could be receiving a gift from the universe, actually, not really exchanging gifts. You have the Ace of Pentacles here, which could be like a big opportunity coming in for you. You also have this cow spirit here, which I love. It says miracles are endless on it. So clearly there are like endless miracles coming in for you at this time. So love it. In this row, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Star, and the Judgment card. The Ace of Pentacles is like a big opportunity that could be coming in for you here. It is popping into my head that this could be like a teamwork opportunity, kind of like a co-creative experience where maybe you're like joining someone in business or you're working together with a person on a project. If that is the case, I feel like it's going to be like extra special. I feel like it's going to be extra successful, especially if this is work or business related. And I feel it's a much more kind of co-creative experience, so I like it. This could also just be like a side project I'm getting as well. And again, if it's a side project, I feel like it's with another person. It's like you're collaborating is the word I'm looking for. So I feel like collaboration, there are no cards of collaboration here, which is interesting. What I would say is you have the Five of Wands, which can represent competition. The Five of Wands came up in reverse. I don't know if you saw that, again, in the beginning. I don't read reversals, but it is interesting because I do feel for some of you, it's like if you're in business and you have a competitor, it's like maybe you saw this person as a competitor. It is popping into my head that you could be like working with someone that could be a competitor, but I don't really think that's how this is going to play out. It's going to be much more successful than you think. You have the Star as well, and I just feel a lot of good energy here, Leo, on the Star for you. I feel like there's a lot of abundance, a lot of success coming in with the Star. I feel like you're also, I feel like you're doing everything. It's like you're healing with the Star. I feel like you're having more faith. There's also this bird, this ibis, in the background here above my finger, and the bird he sees everything. He's getting like a top-down view of everything that's going on around him, and I feel like you're operating more from the top. Those are the words that are popping into my head, is that you're like more operating from your head. You're not operating from like below, which, if like there are a lot of like older law of attraction books and, just like transformation books and things like that, like The Science of Being Great, where they talk about operating from below, like, which is more your like primal urges and things like that. But I feel like you're operating more from your head with this Star energy. You also have the Judgment card. And I feel like you're receiving judgment, which is interesting. I never really get those words popping into my head with the Judgment card, but I do feel you're kind of receiving judgment in some way, and it's going to be favorable. You can see these people have their arms up to this higher self angel here. This is your higher self angel. And so I feel like you're being lifted up in some way in your life. For some of you, it's like you're receiving judgment. That could be like an illegal matter. You do have, going from judgment, you have the King of Swords right here. King of Swords can represent law and order, so it wouldn't really surprise me if some of you were like receiving judgment literally. Again, you have this cow spirit, says the miracles are endless. Love it. Clearly there are endless miracles coming in for you. And you have this bat spirit that says a rebirth is assured. You have the Judgment card, which is like a rebirth. Clearly you are going through like a positive change. In this row, you have the Four of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Five of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of like freedom. It's a card of celebration and good things coming in for you. Of course, it can be a card of marriage, but to me, it's more of like a card of accomplishment. This right here looks like a finish line at the top of the card. It's like you're accomplishing something or you're reaching a finish line. I do feel that for a lot of you, Leo. A lot of you could be reaching the end of, kind of like a difficult journey or some sort of challenge that you've experienced. And so that's what's setting you free. For others, again, for all of you, really, I feel like you're going through this rebirth, judgment. You have that rebirth card. And it's like, I always look at this as a portal card. It's like you have to go through this portal in the middle to find success. So you're making some sort of change, and whatever's on the other side is going to make you very successful. You have this King of Swords. The King of Swords, I feel, is, again, could be Law and Order. For some of you, I feel this is like your expertise. This is like part of the story that I feel here. Like, again, some of you might be in business. You might be in work. And I feel it's like collaboration between you and someone else. It's interesting that we have the King of Swords to the King of Wands. The King of Wands could also be your energy, Leo. But in this reading, I feel like this is you. I feel like that's a person that has like a different spin, that they put on things. I don't know, it's popping into my head. I would say that if you work in business or if you work on collaborative projects, or if someone's coming to collaborate with you or wants to collaborate with you, it's almost like the two of you are like a power couple. Even though I'm not saying you're going to be in love with this person. Again, I feel like you could be working with a person where it's like they kind of fill in the gaps that you have, you fill in the gaps that they have. You get where I'm going with this? It just sounds worse and worse the more I talk, right? More and more inappropriate, Leo. But what I would say here is, again, I feel like the two of you complement each other. So there could be like a person coming in where, and it's kind of interesting because it doesn't feel like something where you're just going to always work with this person, I feel like maybe it's like one of those things where you're developing a relationship where from time to time you might work with this person, or maybe just on certain projects. So if you have that type of business, that could be definitely going on here. Again, you have the Five of Wands. It came up in reverse. I kind of like this. Again, I feel you could maybe view this person as a competitor at one time, or maybe they are a competitor, but it's like now you're putting, two heads are better than one, as they say. I feel like now you're kind of like working together and entering into a time of co-creation. The Five of Wands is also a card I call Indiana Jones. To me, it represents going on a crazy adventure to get some treasure. You have a lot of treasure here. Ace of Pentacles, Star. Miracles are endless, right? So there's a lot of opportunity, I feel, for you to gain some rewards, but it's probably going to require, going on some sort of adventure or learning something new. You have this Moon card. It says perception on it. So I feel everything is perception, Leo, right? And you could be doing a lot of work on your perception and how you see things in your life. I would also ask yourself, like, is my perception true, right? It's like, I always, it's kind of funny to me that, I always say things like this, and I'll get comments, some people that are like, I love working together with other people, and it's very successful. Then I get other people that are like, I hate working with other people. They always steal my ideas. They always steal everything that I do. And it's like the two different sides of the argument, right? And it's kind of funny because it's like, I feel like maybe the people that are more positive, maybe they just have a different perception on it. And again, I'm sure we've all had negative experiences working with other people, but what I'm saying here is I feel like anything that you're entering into this week, whether it's a co-creative experience with another person, a relationship, or maybe you're making some other changes in your life with the Judgment card. The Judgment card is kind of like your it is like your true inner calling. So I feel like you're moving more towards your inner calling. Whatever it is, I feel like your perception really matters. And we see that here with the Seven of Cups. You have the Seven of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Emperor. The Seven of Cups, I always say there are good things in some of these cups, and there are bad things or challenging things in some of these cups as well. So I kind of feel this is saying, like, if you're moving more towards your inner calling, you can choose to think that it's going to be super hard, or you can choose to think that it's going to be easy, right? And I feel like your perception really is going to make it what it is with the Seven of Cups. Again, I feel for some of you that this could also be focused. Like, again, if you're working together with another person on this project that keeps popping into my head, that's clearly going to happen for one of you out there at least, then I would say the Seven of Cups says, I feel like there could be a person who kind of like focuses the project, and maybe that's the type of person that's coming in for you. There's someone who kind of gets it more focused. Like I said, I feel like they have a different twist. That's what keeps popping into my head. Next, you have the King of Wands. King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive. I really feel this could be the person that's coming in. I also get like they're very creative. It's like, or, what I would say here, I'm getting something about creativity. It's like either you are very creative and you're attracting someone who's more King of Swords, like serious, focused, and it's like the two energies work together, or they're more creative, you're more serious. Take it how it resonates, but I feel like it's going to work well together. I also feel this could be you being very bold and assertive, really going for what you want. And finally, you have the Emperor. This is a totally different person. I do feel there could be love coming in for you, Leo. Love kind of feels more a little bit like, I feel like saying it's like the words that are popping into my head are off the cuff. So I don't know if it's like just a random surprise opportunity that pops in for you to like go on a date or have love if you are looking for love. But I do feel that there is a person that's like coming in, but again, it feels very off the cuff. Those are the words I keep getting. Let's look into this. I'm using the After Tarot. We're going to see what happens after all of this. Here you go. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Judgment card. And look at this Judgment card. Those people are finally leaving the coffins. The coffin represents their past life. Outside the coffin represents their new life. The Ace of Pentacles is an opportunity. There's a very important opportunity that's probably a gift from the universe with that exchanging gifts card coming in for you. And I feel like it's full of miracles. And I know that sounds maybe a little clickbaity, whatever, but I feel like, it's true, but you have to accept it. Again, I always like to remind people, it's like, I can say all these wonderful things, but the Ace of Pentacles requires work. I'm not going to sugarcoat that part of it. It's like, it requires, whatever this opportunity is, you're going to have to nurture it. You're going to have to take care of it. You're going to have to do things with it. Ace of Pentacles is only an opportunity. We have to take advantage of an opportunity. With the Star, you have the Five of Pentacles. I feel like you're healing from this energy here. I also get this, I have a lot of weird stories popping into my head with this Five of Pentacles for you. It's like maybe in the past you would think to yourself, for money, for example, I think maybe you would think to yourself, I want to win the lottery. And I get this feeling of wanting to do something yourself. I don't know. It feels like a mental change to me, like that. And I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm not saying it's like the lottery, but I'm just giving you an example. And I've seen this change happen to people where they're like, wait a minute, no, I want to earn it myself. I don't want to just win it. And I'm not saying, one way is right and the other way is wrong here. I'm just giving you an example. Same thing with love. I feel like maybe you thought that you would attract some sort of, Brad Pitt, Prince Charming, who from the street, it would be a funny haha love situation where you bump heads at the supermarket and you fall in love, right? But now I feel like you're like, no, I'll be happy with just a good person. And however we meet, I don't care, right? I feel like it's much more matter-of-fact energy. It's funny that I almost said the Wheel of Fortune at the beginning of the reading, because Judgment, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The reason I almost said it is because the Wheel of Fortune is your personal vision for your life. To me, the Judgment card is very close to that energy because, really they're kind of the same thing. The Wheel of Fortune is your inner calling, but it's we are our higher self. So it is our personal vision for our life, even if we don't see it, right? But the Judgment card is kind of like the information coming in, or we're getting called to something. So again, clearly accepting that Ace of Pentacles is going to change your life in some way. I love this. With the Four of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups. I do feel like there is a person coming in for you in love. I feel like you've almost walked away from love. I've definitely said this to you in the recent past as well, Leo. For some of you, I feel like you're thinking do I give up on love? Do I walk away from love? Do I even need love? I have all those questions popping into my head here. And I do feel some of you are saying, you know what? I do want love. And because of that, I feel, there's a person coming in here, and it doesn't have to be a lady either. It could be whatever gender you're attracted to. It doesn't matter. With the King of Swords, you have the Seven of Wands. It's interesting, the Seven of Wands, again, it always reminds me of the Five of Wands, this in the After Tarot. It's he's defending his position at the top of a hill. So I feel for some of you, it's you are trying to protect yourself. Remember what I was saying about maybe in the past you've had past experiences working with other people as a collaboration. Maybe it's been very negative. So I do feel you're trying to overcome some of those things. With the Five of Wands, you have the Eight of Pentacles. I told you, Indiana Jones. It's if you go on the adventure, you're going to find treasure. Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. So don't be afraid to enter into something and, kind of look at it as a more co-creative experience. Again, I've been encouraging people to have co-creative experiences just because I feel like the universe is moving towards co-creation. We're moving out of competition into co-creation, I believe. That does not mean competition is going to disappear. There will still be competition, obviously. And, sometimes competition is fun, by the way. So, I'm not like one of those spiritual people that's oh, we can't have competition, it's evil. I think that's that's the other extreme, right? But I do feel we're entering into more of this teamwork type energy. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Seven of Cups. Again, you get what you choose with the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of symbolism in your reading about reinvention. Judgment card twice. He has a snake wrapped around him. On the Magician, the snake is eating its own tail on the Magician card. You don't have the Magician here, right? I don't think so. So the magician, the snake eating its own tail, is the Ouroboros. It represents reinvention. So, again, I feel some of you are kind of waking up to your true inner voice, whatever you want to call it, right? With the King of Wands, you have another snake, the Hermit. So I feel like you're kind of coming out of the cold. You always get this card, the Hermit. Sorry, I didn't want to switch there, but there we go. You have the Hermit, and I feel you always get this card. I'm always saying that you could be kind of putting something out into the world, like teaching or something along those lines. And with the Emperor, you have the Three of Pentacles. We've been talking about this the entire time. Three of Pentacles, teamwork makes the dream work. And it's a card of quality work as well. The thing with the Three of Pentacles is it does say, he's built these pentacles on his own. There's a fire triangle up here. There's a water triangle right here on the Three of Pentacles, right below the fire triangle. The water triangle says his vision might be a little bit bigger than those Three Pentacles. There might be something extra that he wants to do outside of those Three Pentacles. And again, I feel like, having another person who you can work with, here you go. I just wanted to see what that card was. It kind of like popped off there, and there you go. Temperance, turning one thing into another. So, his vision is bigger than those Three Pentacles. And again, I feel like maybe if you're working with another person on any projects or businesses, it's like they're going to be endless miracles because, it's like they see something that you don't, and maybe vice versa as well. So I love this. A little bit of love here as well, but again, it feels off the cuff to me. It just feels like, I don't even know how to describe it. I think it could just be one of those random things where you just like, go to a yoga class and you meet a person. It's like just kind of like not really out of the blue, and not really unexpected. I feel like it just happens. It feels like it's falling into place. I don't know. Could be a good thing. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it, Leo. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.